Amazon market can you make the most money in? And to answer that question, I actually really think about it, because there's a few different ways of thinking about that. You could just say, well, as far as actually making the most money goes, then probably the marketplace with the most people in it is going to give you the most opportunities to make money. And that marketplace currently is the USA. So there's that. But which marketplace is it easiest to make the most money in is a kind of different question, and a much more interesting question, I think. So that's the one I've actually answered for you instead. And I'm going to give you some different ways to think about this. So here is SimilarWeb. I'll give you this link. If you haven't seen this before, it's brilliant. You should definitely get yourself onto it. Send to all, similarweb.com. And so what I've done here is I've taken Amazon in Japan based on that article I just showed you from the Guardian. And I just looked at Amazon Japan. I thought, okay, well, that's kind of, I wonder what Amazon Japan actually does in terms of search volume, because the last time I checked, it was okay, but it wasn't, you know, extraordinary for Amazon. But turns out things have really, really moved on in Japan as far as Amazon's concerned with that particular marketplace. And they are now absolutely friggin' crushing it in Japan. Amazon is 565 million visits per month. That's just insane. And if you compare that to, I'll give you the link for this. If you compare that to the other send to all, what was the second biggest marketplace, which was Germany, so that's Amazon.de, 565 million, remember that? 486 million. So Japan has actually usurped Germany, which was their second biggest marketplace. So Japan is now their largest, in terms of visits anyway, marketplace. I don't know in terms of revenue, because I don't know their revenue figures, but in terms of visits, Japan has usurped Germany. And then I also looked at the UK, another market I sell in. I don't sell in Japan. I've tried to, and I did really, really badly. Went spectacularly wrong. 445, so that's pretty close, a little bit. So before it was the USA, and then Germany, and then oscillating between UK and Germany, okay? But Germany was number 2, UK number 3. But now Japan is number 1. They're number 1. So which is it easiest to make the most money in? Well, what you're looking for is the marketplace where you can get a unique advantage by timing your entry into that market really, really well. So here in Australia, for instance, there is a lot of people who are doing extremely well, making, you know, 7 figures on Amazon here in Australia, simply by, and I'm thinking of a couple of people specifically who I know are doing this, simply by taking products that are selling really, really well in one marketplace, so Amazon in Germany, for instance, and just selling them in Amazon.com.au here in Australia, okay? So, and making millions doing that. And that's a pretty easy thing to do. Not a lot of thought power going into that, but a lot of results coming out of it. So you could argue that's very, very easy to do. Versus selling on Amazon in Japan. Let's just have a look at Amazon in Japan. And to do that, the easiest thing to do is look at emerging trends. So I constantly look at this religiously, kind of, some would say psychotically look at this, what's going on, seeing what's being sold. So ukulele, for instance, is a market that's been rediscovered. Actually, one of the things I'm going to do on Thursday in my inner circle is I'm going to show you 10 products that are re-emerging really, really well. But there's ukulele, for instance. People are being locked down. Stands to reason they've got to do something. Lots of people learning how to play the ukulele. Anyway, let's look at Japan and see what they say in Japan. Let's go and see if we can find something to sell in Japan. All right, so let's look at, let's not go to uncategorized, let's just do that one there. So I cannot read Japanese, I cannot get drunk in Japan, I cannot get laid in Japan, nor can I say anything in Japan other than konnichiwa. However, what's going on here? Let's have a look. What the hell is that? So the reason, one thing I love about doing things like this is it really, really makes you, instead of looking at what it is you're selling, it just makes you look at the data. So you'd be really, really unemotional about it. Oh, I don't want to sell fluffy toys. I want to sell rubber toys or whatever it is. Just makes you just look at the data, like what the hell is selling well. So I kind of like that. So what the hell is that? I don't even know what that word says, all those characters mean, but it's kind of interesting looking at them. This is all using merchant words, of course. And then if we just want to go and have a look what it is, let's go and see what that is. And then we can get to see exactly what this particular product is. All right, that to me looks like a, what, backpack? Don't you reckon? Oh, looks like a backpack. So one of the emerging things in Japan is selling backpacks. I don't know why that's emerging, but that is an emerging thing in Japan. So could you take that information and then use it to sell in other marketplaces? Absolutely. Could you take a very, very good selling Australian product, Australian made product, because Japanese love Aussie made products, and sell that in Japan? Of course you can. You can do that too. It's actually fairly simple to get yourself set up to sell in Japan. You've probably seen that if you've got an amazon.com.au account, you also get an amazon.co.jp, so Amazon Japan account as well. You get those two together, just like in America, you get Mexico, America, and Canada. Well, here in Australia, you get Oz and Japan. So they make it pretty simple to do. Laptop bag. It means book. All right, thank you. So book thing. So there you go. I mean, that's what I do. I spend my time doing that sort of stuff, looking at different opportunities, just getting ideas, and one thing leads to another. Before you know it, you stumble across something that is definitely worth putting to the test. Is definitely worth putting to the test. So, which market can you make the most money in? Did I really answer that? I don't know. For me, right now, I think Amazon Australia, there's a lot of money to be made very, very easily here in Australia. Lots of people proving that. In terms of total amount of money, you've got to go with somewhere like the USA, the UK, Germany, or Japan. You've got to go with that. In terms of long-term business, my Amazon India business is actually my fastest growing by revenue of the different marketplaces I sell in. If you want to find out more about Amazon India, you should go and check out Brad Holland and what Brad's doing. Brad's in the Facebook group. He's really cluey and up to date with what's going on with India. But I think the fastest way to make money on Amazon is to get started. The bottom line is, it's all very well and good analyzing the hell out of stuff, but you got to get yourself into it and get yourself started. That's what you got to do. You got to get yourself started. You've got to get yourself started. Otherwise, you won't make any money at all. And folks who spend all their time worrying about whether or not they're going to make any money, rather than just getting out there and trying to get started, well, that's going to be something very, very different in terms of your overall results. That word there, ahegao, is Japanese, I learned today, for porn face, which I think is hilarious. If I was going to try something hilarious in Australia, it would be making porn face t-shirts and the associated things and selling them in Australia. Anyway, there you go. Hope that helps.
Hey, Neil here. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie online entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. See you soon.